This is my predictions for each and every UFC Undisputed Champ at the end of 2025. Will there be new champs? Will there be the retained champs that we have at the end of 2024? What will happen? So in this video, I'm going to be predicting every UFC champ at the end of 2025. Because there could be a lot. There could be a lot of new champs. There could be a lot of and still champs. For example, long-reigning UFC champs that are just too good. So these are my predictions in this video. Let's start away with the women's side of things here, and that is strawweight, flyweight, and bantamweight. Now this is annoying. I didn't really want to do this, but I actually have some interesting takes on this one. And I personally believe we're going to see all three new champs at the end. I think we're going to see all three new women's champs. So if anyone's interested in this, cool. I made it they're only square here because, I made their only, whiteboard here because there wasn't any room. But I think for the 115 strawweight champ at the end of 2025, now we got to take into consideration what will they do after. Will they lose to anyone? Because there could be this girl wins the belt off someone, then the other girl wins off that girl. There could be two title changes, two hands of title change. I think Tatiana Suarez is going to be the 115 strawweight champion of the world at the end of 2025. I think she's going to dethrone Zhang Weili because Zhang is just, you have to lose at some point, and you're not looking good. Your stand-up's looking terrible now. Not terrible, obviously she is good, better than everyone else, but on the feet especially. But I just think Tatiana Suarez is going to just get a submission win over her. I think Suarez is legit, and I think that she is going to beat Zhang Weili, who is getting older. Alright, and Zhang, she's had the money. Suarez has never had this. So, I do believe Tatiana Suarez is going to beat Zhang Weili and then defend her title against maybe Zhang again, but I don't see it. So I think Suarez will submit her in a way where it's hard to justify a rematch. And Zhang's never active, so I think Zhang's going to have to earn it back. And I think we're going to see Tatiana Suarez defend her title against Virna Jandiroba late 2025 or middle of 2025, and then kind of just take a break from there. And I think she would beat Virna Jandiroba. That's my opinion. So this is what you should do. Not what you should do. This is what's going to happen, in my opinion. We move on to 125. So Shevchenko's champ right now. She's going to fight Madame Fiora. I think she beats Madame Fiora. No, I think Madame Fiora beats her. Shevchenko's getting older. I know I said that against Grasso and she just out-grappled her, but Madame Fiora knows a thing about a takedown. She knows a thing or two about takedown defense, Alexa Grasso. And she stuffed all of Erin Blanchfield's takedowns. And I think Blanchfield's a more complete wrestler than Shevchenko is, who can mix it up every way, Shevchenko. She can strike, unlike Blanchfield, but Blanchfield just out-grappled Rose Namajunas and beat her. Madame Fiora beat Erin Blanchfield 50-45. So that you have to take that something. I think she's the better striker at this point than Shevchenko, and I can see a close decision here where Shevchenko gets a few rounds. Madame Fiora just outstrikes her, does more damage, maybe gets a knockdown here and there. And I think she'll beat Shevchenko in a very close decision where she gets done, split decision maybe. And I think we're going to have a new, undisputed flyweight women's champion at the end of 2025. And I think after that, again, I can see this happening in maybe May, April. And I can see Madame Fiora maybe defending her title in Abu Dhabi or something like that. Or they have a France event. But I just think she'll probably defend it against Alexa Grasso maybe coming off a win. I could see him doing Fiora Grasso. Shevchenko's not in the picture anymore. Something like that. So that's my prediction. Or Macy Barber gets a title shot. That should also be a bit mentioned. We move on to 135. I don't think it's going to be... I think it's just obvious at this point that Kayla Harrison's just going to take the belt off Juliana Pena. And then who else will be here? Nunes ain't coming back. Raquel Pennington won't win against Kayla Harrison. I don't know who beats her. Harrison's tough fight the toughest fight for her maybe is Macy Chiasson. Because Chiasson's tricky, kind of, and a bit big for the division, but she will just get submitted and ragdolled. Let's be freaking real. So I think Kayla Harrison's going to be reigning champ for years. And I think at the end of 2025, she'll fight Penny at some point. And I think at the end of it, maybe she defends against someone. I think Harrison will be the champion of the world at 135 bantamweight women's division. And she'll become champ there. That's my female champs at the end of 2025. Now we'll move on to the real ones. You guys have been waiting for this. We have all of them. I think at flyweight, at the end of 2025, I think the champion of the world will be. Now, this was a tricky one for me to predict. I know people were saying Pantoja. But for me personally, sorry for the wind sounds, it's a bit windy and rainy. People were saying Pantoja easily. I think, yes, Pantoja's too good. I think he's going to beat Kara France, knowing that's probably going to be the next fight. I think Kara France, he gives up his back a lot. I think he gives up a lot of stuff. Gives up his back, gives up takedowns sometimes. I think Pantoja's going to submit him. I think it's just too much. And I don't think Kara France KOs him. He could, obviously he can. He's been KOing everyone, but I don't think he will. If you're not going to KO Albazi, you're giving your back up against Albazi. It ain't going to go well for you against Pantoja. Alright? I know you should have beaten Albazi, but still. I got Pantoja. And I think then he'll defend it again at the end of the year against winner Manel Cap, Brandon Royval. I think he beats Royval again, and I think close fight against Cap, but I do believe he beats Cap as well. And I think Pantoja is just too good. Too good. And I think he's gonna defend the title twice this it's still 2024 technically. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. I almost said Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. And yeah. It's still 2024, so I'm acting like it's 2025 right now, which it basically is. So I think you should do, or this is what I think what will happen. Pantoja's going to defend the title twice in 2025, and he'll be the champ still. We move on to 135. In my opinion, sorry if this is going to be a bit of a long video. 135, in my opinion, it's Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, I was thinking of putting Sean O'Malley's face right here. I just think Umar is going to have this Makhachev-Khabib-esque reign where he beats Merab Dvalishvili, then he beats Sean O'Malley, and O'Malley's just a contender floating there as a bit of a Sean Strickland money fight-esque. I could just see that. So I think Umar's going to beat Merab, become the new champion of the world in January, coming up really soon. And I think then he'll probably... I'm going to come back to this when the time comes. Umar's going to beat Merab in a grueling-esque, close but clear win, where he stuffs takedowns, reverses some of them, but just kind of outlands Merab on the feet. I think he will be out till October. I think that's a good, solid prediction to make. I think he'll be out till October, while O'Malley fights Sandhagen or Yan in the meantime in July. And I think then, we're going to see Umar fight in October against Sean O'Malley for the belt, and I think he'll beat Sean O'Malley in like a close decision where he gets it done, or a rear naked choke, and I think then he'll be the champion of the world by taking the belt off Merab earlier in the year, and then defending the belt against Sean O'Malley, who lost his belt originally to Merab. So I think it will be Umar fights in January against Merab, wins, and then defends his belt against Sean O'Malley in October in Abu Dhabi. And that'll be the story there. Umar's going to be the bantamweight champ. We move on to featherweight. Okay, it's obvious. Ilia Topuria, regardless on whatever he does, I think he beats everyone. But I'm gonna try to predict what he does. As well, not just say he's gonna be the champ. I think he beats Volk, knowing that's probably gonna be the next fight. I think he'll KO Volkanovski again in around April, May, one of that area. And I think then he'll fight probably in August, September against the winner, or just one of them in general, Diego Lopez or Movsar Evloev. Or just fights in like November, December. If they want to do Lopez Movsar, then the winner fights Ilia then at the very end of the year. I think Ilia's going to beat Volk and then beat Lopez or Movsar. I think he does. I think he KOs them all. And this is everyone's pick. Ilia Topuria, I think, will be the champion at the end of 2025. And I think he'll be and still champion. We move on. 155. I think it's going to be Islam Makhachev again. I know it's every year. I know that's every year. But it's kind of just obvious. Like, Makhachev, I think, is just a slight bit better than Arman Tsarukyan. I think he is better than Arman Tsarukyan. I think he'll beat Arman Tsarukyan in January. And then I don't think anyone else beats. I think he'll beat Charles again if that happens. Alright. I think he'll beat Charles Oliveira if that happens. Again, I think he will. Charles looked good against Arman. Or no, he didn't. Yeah, he did look good against Arman, but lost to Arman Tsarukyan. And then he looked good against Chandler, but Chandler's not great. So I think that he will defeat Arman Tsarukyan and then whoever else. Charles Oliveira, Dan Hooker in a rematch. There's just not much guys for him to face. So I think he will beat Arman. And then I think that kind of just solidifies the spot for Islam Makhachev. And I think that he will win and beat Chap still at 155. And maybe go up to welterweight. Now we go to welterweight, 170. I think the champ's going to be not Bilal, not Shavkat, not Usman, not Leon, not Buckley, not even Makhachev. It's Jack Della Maddalena coming out from the freaking shadow, and he will get the belt out of nowhere. This guy's been inactive. Had a weak performance against Gilbert Burns. Broken arm and staph infection. This guy will come out of the shadow from the darkness, and he will knock out either Kamaru Usman or Leon Edwards in March in London or Sydney, Australia on the Duplessis Strickland card. We'll get to that in a second as well. He'll knock both out. I think he beats both of them. Then I think he beats the winner, Bilal Shavkat. If he beats either Usman or Leon, KOs them, he will KO Shavkat or Bilal to get his world title. And I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to become the new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world. And this savage is going to save the division and make it awesome again. And I'm going to go with Jack Della Maddalena, gets the belt. It's a big shocker. And I think Australia will have a new UFC champ again. Because we can't get Volk back. We got Jack Della Maddalena. I truly believe this. I think he will beat Usman or Leon. And then I think he'll beat the winner, Bilal Shavkat, who I don't really know who wins right now, but he'll beat one of them by KO brutally and get it done towards the end of the year. We move on to 185. Dislike the video. It's the truth until I'm proven otherwise. You guys are delusional. It's Dricus du Plessis. It's Dricus. He will beat Sean Strickland. I do believe coming up in February. I keep saying coming up. I mean, it is coming up. It's ahead of us. But he will beat Sean Strickland. I think. I do believe so. Obviously, Strickland has a chance because the first fight was close. But I think that just comes down to who's going to make the better adjustments. Who can KO someone. Who has the takedown threat. Dricus has the KO ability over Sean Strickland. He has the takedown threat over Sean Strickland. And he has the finishing ability and finishing percentage over Sean Strickland. So I do believe DDP is going to win. Then I think he's going to beat Khamzat. Khamzat's going to have a good fight, but I think DDP is going to finish him while Khamzat's broken. I think Dricus du Plessis is going to become the middleweight, or still be the middleweight champ at the end of the year. The guy's too good. That's just my personal opinion. Don't think anyone beats him, and I think this will set up a fight. And unless this guy, well, I'm going to pull out now, Alex Pereira, goes up to heavyweight for the Aspinall Jones winner, we could be looking at 2026 du Plessis versus Pereira, a fight we've all been waiting for. They've both beaten everyone. Beaten Strickland, beaten Adesanya, beat Chimaev in Dricus' case, and Pereira cleared out his contenders. Cleared out Ankalaev, let's say, and I think he will beat Magomed Ankalaev. We could be looking at a early 2026 super fight if Pereira decides to defend his title one more time against DDP, then go up. That would be very, very awesome and very, very ideal. I think Pereira beats Ankalaev. Ankalaev's terrible, in my opinion. Terrible to watch in general, but I don't think he's that good. Looked awful against Rakic. Awful. And I think Ankalaev's not really a great wrestler either, and I think Pereira will be able... Maybe gets taken down, but will pop right back up. And even on the feet, I think it's just a clear masterclass from Pereira there. I'm not even being sarcastic. I truly fucking believe Pereira will fucking kill him. And will defend his title. Because Ankalaev's terrible on the... He's shit on the feet, guys. And I know people keep saying the straight right down the pipe. Yeah, Pereira's going to get knocked out cold by Ankalaev, who couldn't fucking put away Rakic. Who was just begging to get KO'd, basically. So, Pereira should win that. That's a common sense prediction. And I'm going to go Pereira as the champ. And then we go to heavyweight. I think it's John Jones. No, I'm joking. It's Tom Aspinall. This is just... I think this is either two things. Jones retires and vacates the belt. So you kind of just upgrade Aspinall as the undisputed heavyweight champ. Or, and in my opinion, the second part, Aspinall straight up just beats John Jones. And I think he would. And I think he would beat... And then he'd be the heavyweight champ. And I think that's what you need to do. That's what I think would happen. Tom Aspinall, I think, is going to become the heavyweight champ regardless next year. At the end of 2025. Same with Alex Pereira, if I haven't said that already. I think Aspinall's too good. Don't think anyone beats him. Other than Jones, maybe. That's the only guy. And even that, I think Aspinall wins. So what do you think? I have a few new champs. Umar and JDM. That's all I think. I know Umar is kind of, everyone knows that. But JDM's kind of the sleeper pick. But you'll see. And then Dricus as well. Because everyone thinks Chimaev smokes him in a round. Like absolute idiots. So we'll see how that ages, and we'll see how this ages. Did good last year on this. This year I'll do good again. Or next year. Should have waited till 2025 to post this, but whatever. Like, subscribe, thank you for watching. Peace.